Budgeting 301, Mastering your complete monthly budget. You have now reached the final stage of your budget. Congrats! This is the most important table to help you manage your money. Your complete budget. When you draw up your budget, there are some important considerations to take into account. The first category of expenses that you should include in your budget is your loan repayment or agency fees. Your top priority is to stop being in debt. The second category of expenses you need to include is savings. Try to save at least $1 each month, and up to 20% of your salary. For monthly remittances, think about what your family needs every month, and only transfer what they actually need for that month. Discuss the amount with them. Send money separately for major expenses like education fees. You can take this from your reserve funds. Your personal monthly expense category needs to be budgeted carefully. Make sure you check each month if you are sticking to your personal monthly expenses budget. It's easy to spend extra on personal items like food or clothes. The reserves category is really important. Planning for future expenses in advance and putting money aside for them each month can help you to avoid taking out loans in the future. And remember to make sure the total is equal to or less than your salary. If it's less, you can save more. Use the envelope technique to stick to your budget. It's not easy to have the discipline to keep some money aside. You may choose to use the envelope technique to stick to your budget. When you receive your salary, divide it into 5 envelopes. 1. An envelope with your savings. Money to keep in a bank account under your name. Open a bank account in the country where you work and transfer your monthly savings so you are not tempted to spend them. 2. An envelope for your loan repayments or agency fees. You may have loans in your home country or in the country where you currently work. Ensure you have a list of your debts and a repayment schedule for each. We will teach you how to do that in the course. 3. An envelope with your reserve. Keep this money in an envelope or a bank account under your name, ideally separate from your savings account. Differentiate between your savings and the money you keep for future expenses like education fees. You need to calculate your expenses in the coming months and set aside money for them. You will take the money from it to pay for those expenses when they are due. 4. An envelope with all the money you send home, your remittances. You need to discuss with your family how much you need to send and how the money is spent, not because you don't trust them but because you are in the same boat. 5. An envelope for yourself in the country where you work. This is for money you will put in your wallet when needed for personal expenses. This includes food, toiletries, phone, transportation, and entertainment expenses. You can also refine this system and have more envelopes by category of expenses, for example envelopes for food, phone, transport, and entertainment. Or for different savings like emergency savings and long-term goal savings.